Let's finish a poetry book. I'm gonna take you guys with me. I honestly don't even know if I want to publish this anymore, but we're gonna do it just for the hell of it and so that I can show you guys the process of publishing a book. I was gonna make this video all fancy and fun, and maybe I'll do b-roll at the end, but I'm not gonna set that expectation on myself, and we're just gonna have a great time and do this, okay? I've already done the hard part. Write the book, okay? If you're ever writing a book, that's the hard part. Do it first. Once you have the book, you can think about all the other things that you need to do. For poetry, to be honest, when it comes to this book, I have had a massive block the past like several years. I have had this book written for over like a year and a half now, and it's just been sitting like this. Because I print my books out, especially poetry, so I can put them in order. And so in this video, we're gonna finish it, so stick around if you're inspired. The reason that I have had a block is because this is a poetry book that I wrote through a time in my life where I was kind of like coming back home to my body in a very intimate way. So it's a very 18+ book, just so everybody knows, because by the time this video is out, the book will also be published. So down below, you will be able to go and literally buy the book on my Amazon, which is crazy to say. But the only reason that I'm even, because I've really grown a lot since I've written a lot of these poems. Some of my favorite poems in the book are actually the heartbreak poems, not so much the other ones that I wrote throughout the journey. But something that I've also learned when it comes to writing and poetry is that what's important isn't that it's perfect. Books take time, and the version of you that writes them changes, and that's just something that you learn to get used to when it comes to writing books. It's been a very difficult process when you're learning completely by yourself, and that's kind of the journey that I've been on. I've had no help with my books. That's why they're both self-published. And I was lucky enough to meet someone who tried to get me in contact with an agent. I sort of almost did that with my first book, but then it just didn't feel in flow. It didn't feel in alignment, and that is what it is, you know what I mean? And so I self-publish my books. I do everything myself. I do all the design work. I do all of the publication stuff, the printout, the requesting copies, which is what you guys will be seeing in this specific video. This video is going to take me a while to film, but it's going to be really fun because I'm going to show you guys all of those things. So I kind of want to jump into the video, but I do want to have like this little bit of an introduction. It's going to be a bit of a longer video since this is literally like a whole entire thing. Oh, my battery, hold on, I'm going to change it. I'm up on the counter doing this. Here's the thing. Y'all know that I have a spiritual account, okay, where I like do normal spiritual things, normal spiritual girly things. Actually, it's not spiritual, it's a channeling account. I channel spirit teams. But whenever the battery, a bird is flying overhead, whenever the battery dies in my camera, it always signifies someone not wanting you to progress and get through, or yeah, I feel like it's very much like, hello friend. Energies that don't want you to get things done. And I feel like when you run into, I would say, stagnation within projects, especially like projects like this, like writing a book, it can often bring you to a place where it's because other people don't want you to progress in that field. You could have evil eye on you, or the most likely of all of the above, the only reason that any of the other shit even works, like the only reason other people could even put slowness into your path, is because you yourself don't know if you can have what it takes, right? Which is always our biggest obstacle is ourselves. And the way that we, like the reason we procrastinate or whatever it is that we're doing, right? Okay, so this has been like a massive 1.5 year long procrastination that I've been at. Step 1, write the book. That is the #1 thing that you can do when you write a book. This is gonna be a video about self-publishing a book. So all the information in this video will be about self-publishing, because I know that I'm self-publishing this book. I know that I'm doing that because I do that with books that are 18+, and it's a safer route for me, especially because it's the way that I can be the most creative I want to be with the project, as well as allowing the intimate fields that I want to be a part of the book. This is an 18+ book. I'm gonna keep saying that because it's important for everyone to know you should be 18 or older to read this book. I wrote all the poems. This is a poetry book, so it would be different if you were doing a chapter book, and maybe I'll do a video like that later down the line when I'm doing chapter books. But this is a poetry book. So I write all the poems over a period of time when they flow through me. When it comes to writing the book itself, I like to let it flow through. Poems find me in the oddest of moments. It's just how the process works for me. And I feel like it's different for different people, but for me, it literally will, like, I'll hear a line and I'll have to pull over the car, like, and write the poem. That's just how poetry finds me. I also feel like the reason I haven't been writing as much poetry in this past year and a half is because I haven't finished this project. So we're pushing through our procrastination in this video. I know it's hard, but that's actually the whole reason that I'm in the setting that I'm in. I literally, sometimes when I don't know how to progress forward in projects, I put myself in a completely different setting. I'm in an Airbnb for the month to finish this book. That's the intention. Okay, I'm literally here to finish this book and to work on some other projects as well for business, okay? Step 2 was getting an artist. Now, the thing that has really held me back with this project is myself, but it is also that some of the artwork, even though I'm obsessed with it, is out of alignment with who I am now. Some of it's amazing. I can show you some of it, like this one. I had a really incredible artist. Her name is Joni, hand pencil draw all of these figures for the book. They're erotic, okay? So it's all her art, and I will link her down below as well, because this is one of those things where you do that. I'm gonna be real honest with this process. I think I paid like over $3,000 for her to do 15 pieces of artwork, but they are hand pencil drawn, and then she scanned them in and sent them to me. So she gave me 15. I did have her do a couple of different people specifically. Those people, one of the people didn't sign a contract for me to have permission to use them in the book, so that person won't be in the book. Some of the pieces of art aren't admissible to be in the book, so it's going to be even less than that. What's really interesting is that this book has been so hard for me because it's been sitting on my desk, and I am such an advocate for the erotic intimacy that is our beings and our experience, and that's something that I love. Like, I literally love it. And I've also, through the past, like, since I finished writing the poems, I have really changed as a person, where I've gone from being so vocal about this experience, the erotic intimate experience, into a version of myself where I kind of like keep that stuff more private now. I think that that's been one of the hardest things for me. I have no expectations for this book anymore, because I almost hit a point where I was like, I'm not gonna publish it. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's publish it and make a video about publishing it, just so that this video exists. And I feel like it can help a lot of people on the progress. The first book that I made, I learned all of these things that I will go through in this video with you guys, so that you can really see and learn the process. I feel like it's just so important for me to show you guys. So this is gonna be a jam-packed video. Let's get in. Okay, so I had the artist. I paid about $3 grand for the artist after I finished all of the poems. You don't have to do art. That's the thing. You don't have to do anything when it comes to poetry. You can just write a bunch of poems and you can literally publish a book, and it's like super, super cheap. The only thing that I do recommend that you do is get an editor, okay? Especially if you're self-publishing. All this stuff comes with a publishing company if you're able to get a literary agent, so that you can get a publishing company and get a contract and a deal. Oh, I just bit my cheek. We're not doing that this round. Second thing that I did about a year after getting all of the art, because I've literally been on, again, like slow progression with this project. After that, I got an editor. I use a website called Reedsy, okay, reeedsy.com. I think that's the website. Links will be below again. that is the place that I find editors, because you can find editors privately and they will edit your manuscript. However your manuscript shows up, they will go through. You can select the type of person, you submit requests to work with who you want to work with. It's an amazing website. I literally love it. And yeah, there's just so much more than just editing, but that's where I go for editors, okay? You can find amazing editors. You can find a price that you can work with, which is really incredible. This is the one thing that I would recommend that you do if you are publishing a book, okay, is get an editor, because the most important thing when you're writing the book is knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect when you're writing, because an editor can help you make it all make sense and catch a lot of things that you can't catch. That's why the one thing that I recommend is an editor, because it makes the process of writing the book so much easier, because there's no restraint or expectation that you place upon yourself to be perfect when it comes to writing. That's not the goal. The goal is to write, okay? And sometimes that's the most fun part, right? Like getting it written. But having that freedom to just like let it flow through you instead of that expectation creates such a soft place to create from or write from. Okay, so after I got the editor, that's where I really got stuck, okay? I have been going through some stuff with this project. It has been one of the harder projects for me to finish. And I think that's just because I've changed so fucking much between writing this book and now who I am and who I am presently in the world. And what's interesting is that this being published is also something that me putting it out in the world, it doesn't have 100% resonance with who I am at this exact moment. And that's something that happens with books. Like, you write them and it takes, like, I even talked to a literary agent, almost got signed with one and almost published. It can take up to 3 years before your book gets published. You can change a lot in 3 years. Okay, so that's again one of the main reasons that I think this video is so important, is just to understand that once you write the book, like, that book's gonna come out and it might not 100% resonate with you by the time it's finally published. That's okay. What's important is that it will resonate with the people it's meant to find. So just because you've changed doesn't mean the book shouldn't be shared, okay? Let's go ahead and move through the rest of the process. What I'm going to do now, and where I have been, is after all of the poems were edited, I have not gone back through and re-edit the poetry. So that's what I'm gonna do first. This video, what I'm going to show you specifically is gonna be me moving through some of the editing process, because the editor goes through, but then I have to go through and choose all of the edits that I approve or want to have in the book. Once that manuscript is 100% finished, is when I can go into the editing platform, which is what I will show you guys as well. We're going to go into InDesign and finish the book, okay? The reason I'm gonna be using InDesign, I know that you can do other things, but InDesign has the opportunity to create the exact measurements that you want to use for an Amazon platform. Okay, I'll be publishing on KDP, that's where it's the easiest and just like the quickest turnaround as well. Basically, Amazon's super easy and we'll get to that point, but once you have the manuscript and everything as a PDF format, you basically upload it into Amazon. It asks you a bunch of questions. The other thing that you're going to want to do along this process as well is once you have the final manuscript, which is the, it doesn't have to be the PDF, it's just the manuscript. When you have that finalized, you can submit it to be copyrighted, like, professionally. Now, from the moment that you start writing something, it is technically copyrighted. That is why you will always see copyright symbols on everything that everyone does. So from the second that you start writing that, it is yours. It is copyrighted in terms. Now, if you want to professionally copyright it, which is what you should do, you will take the manuscript and you will submit it for professional copywriting, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well, because might as well show you everything, right? Let's go ahead and jump on into the editing process, because that is what is next. All right, before I jump into the editing, I kind of want to show you guys what I've done. I've printed out the book here. The reason that there are little things here is because these are in and out pages. So this will be what it looks like when it opens the book. It'll have the intro pages, and then it will start the first section. You choose how you want to section off stuff when it comes to poetry. Here we go. This will be the first page of the book, right? So I kind of like have already created all of this. All of this stuff that I did was on Canva because I wanted to have an early idea of what I was going to be creating. So these are the sections. This is just how I'm able to do this, because then I do this with the book, and I'm able to pretty much see like where I want to place the poetry. So for example, this is page 1, and then it will flip, and this will be page 2 and 3 or whatever. It's technically like 11, 12, 13. Anyways, we'll put all the page numbers in when we're in InDesign, is when you do the page numbers. It's the very last thing you do. But let's go ahead and make this into a real book. Okay, hi. Welcome to editing with Freya. I was gonna be in the shade, but it's brighter in the sun, so I'm almost a third of the way through the edited poems. It has been exhausting. This is my least favorite part, so it definitely takes just like a lot of attention and like mental power. It's not like the fun like flowiness. It's like you have to like make it sound like real. My brain is almost computer out for the day. I can really only like do like 3 or 4 focused hours before my eyes like really start to struggle looking at a computer. So that is where I'm at for today, and I have 2 more thirds to go through. Okay, we are getting into edit number 2. I hope that I was able to add edit number 1, but this editor thing, I sent her the entire thing out of order, which apparently I shouldn't have done because she has like all these comments about poems next to each other, and she says you shouldn't have this one next to this one because it has the same words in it, and I'm like, oh, this is literally all out of order. So anyways, we're gonna edit this poem. You're kind of like candy of your soul, chocolate, see, your words wrapped in delicacy, chocolate caramel truffles underneath. She wants me to do bursts of chocolate caramel underneath. Your words wrapped in delicacy, bursts of chocolate caramel underneath. It makes more sense. Bursts underneath. The depth of your soul is what makes you so rich. Colon. Nope, that one. The softness of your heart, remove. Any woman's dream, an endless breath. Any woman's dream, dash, an endless breath. And yet the wandering of your eyes when our moments disconnect, remove. Makes me wonder if this candy is handmade with chocolate. You cannot dream ever did exist. A more flimsy and see-through fabric might be better. I wonder if your heart is actually as real as you, and still, I find my heart whispering to my mind. Will the rush end as candies tend to? I like the way she ended that. Will. Shortens it. Will the rush end as candies tended to? Question mark. You're kind of like candy, sweet to the tongue, your words wrapped in delicacy. Chocolate and caramel bursts underneath. The depth of your soul is what makes you so rich. The softness of your heart, any woman's dream, and endless breath. And yet the wandering of your eyes when our moments disconnect make me wonder if this candy is handmade with chocolate you cannot dream ever did exist, or if your wrappers are made of a falsified tin and your candy processed like a Ferrero Rocher's is. Either way, whether this tease is true or if it's caught in truth, I wonder if your heart is as real as you, and still, I find that my heart is whispering to my mind, will the rush end as candies tend to? See, it sounds good, but should I change this to chocolate? Yo. Is this in the right mode? I don't even know. I found the last poem we're gonna edit together. Because there's basically no edits to be done. I don't think this is on the right setting. Hold on. It wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna screen record. There's literally like no edits on this one, and I fucking love this poem, so we're gonna read it and edit it together. Sorry if you guys are in a weird position. Let me get comfortable. And I just also want to say, like, I'm almost 2/3 of the way done. Ah, I'm so proud. This is the hardest part, you guys. And then we do the submission. I've never done all this process this fast before, but we're delusional ass bitches and we can do it. Then I submit it I get the copyright and I create the PDF and then I submit to Amazon and then we click publish. But technically we click publish and we order copies and then we get to review the copies and make sure everything's good before we are fully published. Okay. It is recording. Alrighty. I'm gonna edit it and then I'll read it to you guys. Upon the floor. Whoa, she like... But then, watching you walk away shattered me. I couldn't really understand in the beginning. All I could see was all of me upon the floor. The flood of love within me. Whoop. That's something else I'm working on. Within me. Oh, me. Seeping through the parts of me. I love this one so much because now I do so much stuff with tarot and I wrote this poem before I was doing tarot stuff, so I fucking love this shit. Structure of love in my head needed a new blueprint. She got sort of the period. To be sturdy once again, this time cemented within by a frequency of worthiness. Enter. It never really goes away. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. I love this poem, you guys. Look at that. How easy was that? Because now I'm gonna change this. The light is like not perfect over here anymore. Maybe I should put y'all. Whatever, doesn't matter. Oh, this is bright. This is fine. I still love you. I still miss your soft touch upon my skin. I had never had anyone touch me the exact way I wanted to be touched until you did. Even in the simple way you held my breasts or slid your fingers down my neck, I always felt like heaven sent you to me. But then, watching you walk away from a love as deep as this shattered me. I couldn't really understand in the beginning because all I could see was all of me upon the floor. The flood of love within me seeping through the parts of me still holding the thought of you so deeply, and I was the tarot's tower. Rebirth was all that was left for me. The structure of love in my head needed a new blueprint to be sturdy once again. This time cemented within by a frequency of worthiness. And I did find it. Only now that my tower is built by internal power and breath can I see how intimately I loved you. And I understand now why it is that our hearts truly break. It wasn't as much the ache of you walking away, but the part of me that silenced my ability to love you even if you didn't stay. If a love is true, it never really does go away. And it feels so good to love you again today. Cool. Okay guys, that's all the edits. So I will see you guys in the next portion when we get to the final PDF format, and then we will export it and we will send in for copyright. So I'll be right back and I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something that's like really funny. But before I do that, the lighting right now in this house, oh shit, I have to change the fucking battery, hold on. Okay, like seriously, she's fucking beautiful. Like, do you see this? It's Valentine's Day, by the way. I did that. I'm proud I did that too. And we'll light this with candles later. But anyways, the lighting in this fucking house, what the fuck? It's so pretty. Oh my god, look at that lighting. Oh, holy fuck. Now that you guys have felt the moment, let's get over to this, because this is, I'm literally like, I don't look perfect, doesn't matter. Today's my me day, okay? I'm literally editing these poems. I was gonna just like post this on TikTok, and then I was like, the fact that I'm laughing so hard at this edit is like so funny, because okay, so when we're poets, when we're doing our thing, you know, we're just like artists, like in the night, like writing poetry, like whatever the fuck comes, you know, that's how poetry works for me. So I'm just like, oh yeah, in the rhythm, you know, like feeling it, like whatever's coming out. This is one of my favorite poems. It's like really fucking strong in the book, and I'm just laughing so hard. I'm gonna read you this section, and then I'm gonna show you what her edit suggestion is. It's been 11 months since I fell in love with you, and I still find myself tumbling upon the floor in heartbreak, echoing my screams to the elders that things never worked out with you, that I had to choose to walk away from you. Prayers against the sky that another love may come, one that sets me on fire the way you did, honors me alive and craves me like I did you. Okay, and when it's actually read, it's so much cooler, but let me show you this. I just think this is too cool. Can you guys even see this? Oh, you can? Look at that. Okay, so here's this, right? And then she always suggests things like this, but then down here in heartbreak, echoing my screams to the elders. I just wrote that because it sounded poetic, right? Like whatever was coming through. Why echoing screams? Isn't the narrator still screaming? I just hope that she like finds me one day and like finds out that I'm the person whose poems that she edited, and she just like laughs at the fact that I'm here laughing. She's like, yeah, I was confused too, bro. I never thought about it. I just wrote what sounded good. So I will be fixing this. Anyways, that's all. I did it. I exported. I'm gonna show you guys. You can't. Oh, something just spiked me. Not cool. Look. Looky, look. This is the edited draft. I did it. Look at all these pages of poems. I'm gonna go into the copywriting part tomorrow because I'm so tired. I'm ready to like chill for the night. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll go into the copywriting and submitting the document and then starting out on InDesign. Okay, hi. So I'm gonna go through and show you guys how to copyright now. I've already pulled up a couple of the websites. I will just include them down below for you guys so that you guys can easily access them. I'm going to just screen record, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. So the first thing that I'm doing here is I'm actually going through the copyright public records system. This is where you're going to find the title of whatever you're doing. So for example, I have the Taste of Skin written in here because this is what I'm copywriting. It doesn't come up. What I'll show you is I'll show you my other book, because that one I copyrighted. So I type it in, the title, and it's right there, the very beginning. It tells me that it's a book and that it's copyrighted, right? So that's what we're gonna be doing for this one. Now that I know that the Taste of Skin hasn't been copyrighted, I am able to come over here to the copyright portal. So you're gonna wanna create an account, log in, and then you're going to, I think that the last time that I did it, I copyrighted my thing through a different copyright company. But anyways, I didn't copyright through the main page last time. I went through a website, and then I tried to do that again this time, like 8 months ago. And when I tried to copyright it, I ended up paying a scam account, which is why I'm now going to be doing it the official way forevermore, because I ended up getting scammed by a copyright business. I gave them all my information, and they continued to charge me like over and over and over and over again, which was like really unfortunate. So let's see here, and let's just start this. Okay, so I guess I already started this. So I'm gonna go from this one, literary work. I think it's an application, standard application. So I don't know how I got there, but literary work, title. Okay, so this is the page where you submit your work. So once you've, oh, my battery's beeping. Once you fill everything out, you basically click this button, select files to upload, and then you upload arranged and edited draft. Select, start upload, and then that's it. Complete your submission. And that's it. And then you just wait. I know that my battery is literally about to turn off. So you just wait, and once it's finished, you basically are gonna get a letter in the mail that says, this is your copyright confirmation and you've been approved. And it says your copyright and it has your ownership and your name and all the information on it. So now that part's taken care of. The entire thing is copyrighted. If you run into any issues, I'm pretty sure they would email you for some reason, but that's all you have to do. And then so now we're going to go into the process of the InDesign document, but I'm gonna go change my battery. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so now look, I adjusted this and now it's very pretty. You can see all my stuff, but whatever. Now that we have done that part, I'm going to go in and show you guys InDesign. Okay, so let me turn my screen recording back on. This is like when it starts to get really aesthetic and fun to play with. So pull open InDesign, which I have not touched in so long. Back in the day when I made my first poetry book, I was actually going to make a document. I actually did make a document. I just didn't finish it. I made a document that was an InDesign document that, taste of skin. Okay, so I originally like made a document that I was going to sell as like an InDesign book template. But I was never able to figure out, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, but I was never able to figure out exactly how to create like something in InDesign that had the pages specifically, and each page would like add in, so you didn't have to manually put them all in. And so that's what literally stopped me. I tried to find information online and I ended up not finishing it. So this is something, I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet. I don't know what happened or why there's a hard time with this font. Let's see if I can find a way to find fonts. How to find fonts from InDesign. How to find lost fonts. To find lost or missing fonts in InDesign, use the type find replaced font. Type font. It says I have it. Find replace font. And then what? Locate missing fonts. Type find replace font. Select the missing font. Find first. Okay, I did that. So literally everything that I learned on InDesign, which you guys can see that like the book's pretty much kind of put together already. Everything that I learned on YouTube. No one taught me. I taught myself on YouTube. So I literally just downloaded InDesign, and then I like, every time I had a question or I didn't know how to use something, I went to YouTube and I said how to do this on InDesign. And I literally taught myself how to use InDesign, which is how I created my first book and how I have all the understanding of how to use this freaking platform, because it is a lot of learning. I will admit to you. That's why I wanted to make a template, because it's so much learning. Okay, let's see this. Replace with section. Find first. Where's replace with? Maybe it's in here. P. Nope. G, M, N. OP. Pushkin. Script high. Done. Why is it still highlighted red? Whatever, we can just kind of show you guys a little bit here. So anyways, this is like the beginning of the book. I'm also going to open this other document so you guys can see. I don't know if I already talked about this. I'll go through and edit things, but there are 2 different documents that you need to submit when you're doing Amazon. I think I figured out how to do it. Pushkin high. Find first. Change. Okay, and then this one needs to be rough typewriter. R. Oh, it's not in here. Maybe there's another. I could always change it to American typewriter. No, rough typewriter. What are we going to do here? Oh, I think I wanted that. Can I find first? Ooh. Select script. Let's see if I can find this one. Find first. So this is the other document, and this is the cover of the book. Something that you can also do is there's a way to hide all of your, I can't remember how you do, this is a lot of me learning with you guys, to be honest, because I forgot how to do a lot of things. There is a way to like hide all of your borders. I can't remember how to hide all borders in InDesign. Preview mode by pressing W. View screen mode preview. W. Aha! Just pressing W. How cool is that? Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. This is the cover of the book. So it has this, but then I have all these borders created. The way that I made this document, and I really should like launch these documents for you guys and just like make templates. The way that I made this document was by downloading something from BookBaby, which is another company that you can print from, which I would love to do, because then I could actually do the book the way I want to, but like this just might be the easiest process. We'll see how it goes. Amazon is the quickest, easiest way to do it. So, I mean, I'll do that research at the very end off camera, but I went on BookBaby, and when you go to print on BookBaby, they let you download stuff. Here, I'll literally show you, because you can just do this. You can go on Google, and you can go BookBaby template cover. And if you just go into images, it pretty much shows you. So this is like exactly what I did. And it has this, it shows you all the different border lines. So I had to adjust it a few different times for this specific book cover that I made, but this is the cover. And then that's what it looks like. So pretty. I think that I'm gonna change that though. I think there was another poem that I wanted to be on the back of the book. Anyways, doesn't really matter. So here I'm gonna show you guys like the actual book itself. How cool is that? You can actually show. So this is how it looks. The reason that it starts out this way with just one page is because when the book opens, you have the first page. The way that I built this entire template or this book thing is by going through, I went through all of my favorite, because the thing that really makes books stand out as self-published versus published by a publishing company is the way that it's formatted. So if you want it to look professional, you basically need to recreate perfect formatting from a book that's been published by a company. The only thing that's also missing is that you'll notice that on the cover, I don't have like a symbol, and that will be like a thing on professional books. Let me show you. The British Virgin Islands. See, this has like a, this is a it's probably not copyrighted. It's probably a, what's it called? Oh my God, how freaking cute is that? Hunter That's my best friend's name that crossed over. He's here with us. This is crazy. Hunter travel. What? That's amazing. Anyways, so it's gonna have a, why can't I think of what that's called? It's basically copyright, but for images or for like labels. So it's gonna have that on it. That's gonna be professional, and then it always has this, and then usually it has a name in the center, like this, Fashion Bonnie English, and then a copy thing. So that's kind of how it goes. This is obviously a different kind of book. I was looking at poetry books when I built my template, but obviously, so it always opens to a first page. The first page always has the image on it, and then it opens and it's gonna have a copyright page. I'm pretty sure I have that too. Yep, here it is. So mine opens, it has an empty blank page, and then it has a copyright page. This is gonna have to be 2026. So this is when you're able to go in. I'm gonna show you guys this copyright page because it's really, I need to change this font. It's kind of hard to read. Anyways, it's gonna be built this way. You're gonna have the name, you're gonna have a way for people to contact you, you're gonna have a website. Yes, and then you have information. So I am including the illustrations, formatting and design, and then you're gonna add in the ISBN as well, which you will buy an ISBN, or when you check out on Amazon, which I will be showing you guys at the end of this video, it will also give you the option to purchase an ISBN or have them put one on for you. I bought all my ISBNs I literally bought like a package of 10 and it was like a cheap price. So I have like all 10 of my ISBNs for my books. So yeah, so you'll basically put your ISBN and then you'll move over into this next part. This is going to be different because we're going to go in anyways, contents and things. Yeah, it just depends on the kind of book that you're making. Anyways, that's an example. So for here, this is when we're going to come over and we're going to basically go into this fun part, arranged and edited draft. We're going to get rid of the edited draft. We're going to go to the top of the draft that we just finished last night, and we're going to start. This is our forward. We're going to Control C and then we're going to Control V. There it is. And this is kind of like what we do for the entire rest of the process. And that's going to be how it goes. And then you can literally go in and like change all of the font. Like obviously I'm going to want to change this because I realize it's really hard to read. I wanted to do typewriter for this book, so I'm going to look for typewriter fonts. Oop. You can also download fonts, which is kind of what I've been trying to do so that it's a little bit different these times, but let's see. I really wanted to do a typewriter. Can I search? Type. Oh, here's the typewriter options. Maybe we'll just do American typewriter, or I could do condensed. No, I think I like American. Probably want to do light, and then they have regular and they have semi-bold, and that'll be easy for all of the stuff. Let's see what this looks like. I like this other one way more. Let's try regular. Then we're gonna pull this up because it needs to be higher. That would be the copyright page. See, this is something that the copyright page is big. It'll be different. You'll be able to tell if someone's self-published based on the copyright page. Because if you get a book that's like copyrighted by a publishing company, the whole fucking page is covered. Like they literally put so much information into it to tell you everything that happened. It's not like really simple. It's very filled, the whole page. It's pretty easy to tell like who copyrights and who does what these days. Let's see, is this, that's Poppins. Light, thin cover. Okay, so I just need to figure out if I want to do that. Let's see what I did on this one. See, I like this Lumios typewriter. The other thing that you can do is you can come over here and you can go typewriter, fonts, free. There's also that font.com, I think, or DaFont, yeah. One of them does free fonts. This stuff takes forever. This is one of those things that like literally takes forever. Ooh, I like Vintage Machine. Let's just download these and import them and see what happens, and then I can show you guys this. Allow. Allow. Also elegant. Show variants. Okay, well, let's just try this. Let's go into downloads. Can I import? Let's try this. No, it didn't work. Okay, how to import fonts. Let's see if I can just do it this way. There we go. Upload. Okay, weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep working on this and I'll come back and check in with you guys. Hey, so I'm gonna show you guys a few pages of me editing this. I'm gonna go through and just like show you guys what I'm doing on the screen. I'm just gonna screen record and place it up here. I really have to be careful which pages I show you guys. So I'm just gonna do like a couple just so you guys can kind of like see what I'm doing. But yeah, so just because it's like an 18+ book, let's screen record. Okay. Here we are. So I'm literally just taking the copy from what's in the edited draft. I'm repasting it. It's not copying over the way that it's written in the draft. So for example, this is italicized, so I'm going to italicize that. I found a font that does all the things I want it to do, which is really important. That's the only italicized thing. The title of this is An Unkept Gift. Bold. Ta-da! And then I'm doing this over here and I'm spacing, oops, the letters at 20. Anyways, so yeah, so everything will be at 20. And I'll show you this. I just did this page. That's why it won't let me do that. Weird. Okay, anyways. I don't know, I'll have to go back and edit that one. Oh, sorry, can't show you that page. Anyways, so I'm doing this. And then some of these are not set up perfectly. So with my borders, I'm basically taking them over in center. You'll notice that there's two different border lines here if you really pay attention. There's a pink one, which centers it in the entire center of the page. But I have bleed added into the book because I have photographs in the book, or it's not technically photographs, but like any kind of imagery. And so I pull it over to the left where there's the purple center stage, because that's centered between my borders, because this center section right here gets cut out when you print. That's something you kind of learn along the way, but I would recommend just like doing some research on that, because you also want to like, you guys can kind of see over here, I'm like circling this area. This is my like transform, and then like you can see like if I unclick everything, here's my sizing. So, and I'm doing this book, I made smaller. I'm hoping that I'm able to do it this way, but the smallest book that Amazon offers is not as small as I want my poetry books to be, and that's something that I struggled with last time a lot, and I didn't realize that you could do custom design or custom like small print pages. It just takes away your opportunity to be like, I think it takes away your opportunity to have the book distributed in like a lot of countries. I can't remember exactly what the problem is, but there's always like something. So anyways, there's all that stuff that you'll look into when you're going through it, and like I'll show you guys like that stuff. I think that I will keep working on this, and then I'll when I get like a basic rough design copy, then we'll export it and we'll put it into Amazon, and I'll kind of walk you guys through those steps, and you guys will see that. I still haven't edited this part. I'm going to decide how I want to do this soon. Can we just acknowledge how epic this is? What the fuck? It's so cool. Beautiful. This lighting is hilarious, but I just figured something out, you guys, that I'm gonna show you. So I'm literally just gonna screen record. I figured out how to do the page numbers, and I'm so happy. This is why ChatGPT exists, you guys. Literally, like, chat just told me how to do it. I was like, maybe I can try this another way. So I'm gonna screen cover. I'm gonna sit down here a little bit. See, the lighting's just like really crazy. Me trying to get good light. Okay, Command Shift 5. Record. Are you guys ready for this? Whatever. So what you're gonna do is when you're in InDesign, you're gonna come over, and to the right here, I'm gonna circle an A master. I'm gonna help with this so that no one ever has to be confused ever again, because this was so hard. There's an A master page. If you double click on the A master, it opens up this separate container where it's just a master page. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna create the text box that you want to repeat on every single page. This master is gonna make it go on every single page. Down here, where you do the numbers, you're gonna basically create a little box at the bottom, and then you're gonna come into type. You're gonna go down to insert special character, markers, and then you're gonna type in current page number. You have to click the typing thing for it to pop up, but then it will let you. That's how you add the freaking page number, okay? So once that is done, you go back to the normal stuff, and you'll notice that it's on every single page. It's so pretty. It's on all of them. And I'm also gonna show you guys something, how to turn it off on the pages you don't want it on. So for example, in the beginning, I got rid of it for these pages. And then it starts on the page I want it to start, which I might take it off this page too. But I'm gonna take it off this page. I'll just show you with this one page. So you right click on the page you wanna take it off, and you come into Apply Parent Pages. Yep, and then you come over here and you click None. Oh, it's already on None for that one. I'm on the wrong page. Let me show you. Okay, here it is. 11, right? We don't want it on this one because it just starts the base out. So I'm gonna do this for each of my sections where it removes the numbers. So Apply to Parent Pages, A Master, click None, and then you click OK, and then it goes away. That's the thing that's been holding me back for so many years. So now I can finally make like a document that I can sell for you guys, where you can just like literally download like a book frame and then you can figure things out from there and just like literally paste in what you want to paste in. So I'm so excited. Anyways, I had to show you guys that. I'm also getting like pretty deep in. I'm like almost there. I have to go through and like redo a couple of the like words and things, and then I can kind of, I need to finish the back of the book too. But I've been doing this for like 3 days straight, just like morning to night. I've been waking up and doing this, putting everything in, and I just need to finish a few things. So I need to finish the back of the book. I need to do the about the author thing, which like I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna write because I don't really resonate with like my about the author anymore. But yeah, so finish that and finish the end of the book, and then I can export it and show you guys what it looks like in Amazon. So I will see you guys once everything's done and I can export and show you guys the process in Amazon. The moment has come. We're going to export this. I just finished re-adding my lacy in, so we're going to, right, I'm going to show you guys this whole process. Record. Okay. File, export. This is so exciting. The thing is that it's not 100% perfect. That's okay. What we want to do is apply it into the thing to figure out what we need to fix. So we're going to start here. And we're going to do all pages. I do high quality print and 2 consecutive pages. So export. Hopefully we run into 0 issues. Sometimes it'll bring up a screen and you'll have like a red screen. It'll tell you if you have like oversized text or something else. And if not, I should be able to come over here and we'll find it. Is this it? This is it. Okay. 2 pages. I'm so happy. Okay, so here we have this. We're gonna roll through a few pages. Contents, the foreword. Perfect. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because obviously I'm gonna keep it kind of secret from you guys. I've already opened KDP. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your bookshelf. Maybe? Oh yeah, here we are. So you're basically gonna create, look, you can create a new title or series. This is KDP once you create an account. So I already have this because I like tried and practiced. Continue setup. I'm doing paperback. I don't know if I'm gonna do Kindle or hardcover. The other thing that you guys may want to know is that when it comes to pre-launching your book, if you wanna do that, you kind of have to make a Kindle version of it. That's like how you select the like pre-launch thing from what I have found. So basically you have all your information, blah, blah, blah. Save and continue. You select, so because I'm doing, see look, I have a bleed PDF because I have images in my thing. I have the specific size that I chose. You'll get to read all this information when you do it. And then I had to do standard color interior with white paper because it won't let me do color with like the classic cream paper, which is what I like the most. Obviously I already have my cover in here. I'll show you what it looks like. Here we go, launch previewer. Let me, manuscript, upload manuscript. Downloads, taste of skin, upload. This is so exciting. I hope it works because sometimes there are times that I have like uploaded this and then it has literally straight up like nothing has been in the position it was supposed to be in for it to be previewed. So we're just gonna hope and pray because that's how I learned everything, was just by doing stuff like this. We're gonna let it process the file for a minute. Oh, maybe it's just gonna process everything. We're gonna launch preview. So this launch previewer is what tells you hope and pray. gonna turn that light off, even though it's very cool. It's very bright. Okay, so here's the cover. And then it opens. Everything's within borders. That's a good sign. Heck yeah. I need to fix that page, number 12, okay? Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna go through this entire thing and I will come back and I will show you guys what it looks like when you approve it, and then you're going to send yourself author copies. That's the next step. So I have to order author copies, which cost less money than ordering the book itself. So you order author copies so that you can see the formatting printed, and then you go from there. But that always takes like more time to get the author copies than it takes to get the other copies for some reason. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna review everything, and then I will come back. Well, I went through, I uploaded, and I ordered like a print copy. So it's called a, I can't remember what they called it, but I ordered it. So they're gonna send me an email, which is basically gonna give me the option to purchase the print like test copy. It comes with like waterprint or waterproof all over it. I've had one before. But it's like, it gives you the option to like see the book. So I have to wait 24 hours for that email to arrive. So I'm probably just gonna be annoying and check my email every 5 seconds. And then I will check back in with you guys once I have it as an email. And then we can look at it together, and then I can show you the copy when it comes. The moment has arrived. My sister and her friend are here too, so they're gonna get to see it as well. Oh, it's so cute and tiny.
You know, I've never slept on
I wanted my last book to be this small. It's so little. I haven't, okay.
Does it supposed to have the not for resale?
Yeah, because it's just a proof copy.
Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that was... Okay.
Oh, the writing color's pretty. It worked. It's red, but it's really white, but it's okay.
You, him, they.
Do we like the cover? Does it look fine?
Yes. I mean, as soon as that's removed, I think it'll be very lovely. I'm hoping that's not on there.
They won't have that on there.
It'll be very lovely.
Centered, it's good. This needs to be smaller, yeah? Or is it good big? I think it needs to be smaller.
I think it's good. That size is fine.
I think it's fine because there's so much space.
I should make my own barcode. That one's ugly. I should make a smaller one, and I should put the ISBN on it because it should look more professional.
Didn't your other book have art in all of it?
This one has art, just less. I paid a different artist this time, and
it costs more.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
hand
they're
pencil drawn.
Though. Oh
She
my
like
God.
pencil drew them all and
They're
then scanned them
beautiful.
in. So that's why there's less. That's me.
Might be. Can you make it bigger? Will it cost more to make it bigger?
No,
Are you worried
I
about
could make
that?
it bigger. I don't
I
really
think
know.
it'd be pretty. If
I know
it
it's
was
way darker than I thought it would be.
bigger. Yeah, it's
When-
definitely
when
very
printed.
dark.
Inappropriate. I can't show them all of it.
Yeah.
This is so much better than my first book.
Yes. Who's that? A friend or just a
A
random?
friend. I asked him if I could put him in my book, and he said yes.
He's your model, basically.
Yeah, he's basically a model. And then the artist drew him. But
Ooh, that one's cool.
that's my friend too.
What's your tattoo?
I took that photo of her, and then the artist drew it.
That's cool.
Right?
That is a skilled freaking artist. Oh my god, it's so perfect.
I know, she's incredible. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Here is the cover. Here's the draft of the book. There's a few things that I'm going to change. Obviously, I already know what I'm going to change. There's a couple of things that printed not perfectly even, so I'm going to move them down. That's kind of like the whole point of a proof book. This is a little bit too big for my liking, so I'm going to take it down just a little bit. And I don't like the barcode that they provided, so I'm actually going to generate my own and put my own barcode in, which you can just do through the place that you buy ISBNs. If you buy them from Boker, something like that. Boker, something. I think I'm just gonna continue to show you guys the page that I showed you when my sister was looking at it earlier. I love the way this turned out. So the bleed, the whole point of like a bleed in a book is so that I can do something like this, which goes all the way to the edge of the page, which is really important. Now, the only thing that I also noticed is that this printed out further up here, and these printed out with a lot of space at the bottom. So I might move these down a little bit, even though that's not technically even on the page. But I think that this is also something that I experienced with my other book, where you really just don't have control of which book prints out perfectly even and which one doesn't. Because I ordered like, I think the first book that I did, I ordered like 10 just to see how they would all print together. And yeah, it like only every now and then do you get a really insanely epic one. The art looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, I really like it. It's it doesn't look as epic as it does like as her hand-drawn stuff, but it's still pretty epic, not gonna lie. I like it, and I like all the fonts, and I love the size of the words. I'm so happy they turned out so small, and I think the print and the color turned out so good. Like, you can't really fully tell, but it's like good and red, which is exactly what I wanted. And I love the size. I'm like so happy about the size. And you can even read it on a bookshelf. My first book, I made this way too thin, and so you couldn't even read what book it was on a shelf if you walked far away. But this one you can. So I feel like I have really progressed from the last book to this one. This book is very, very 18 plus, but still cool that I did it. Now we just have to click publish. I'm going to edit a few things, and then I'm going to click publish. And then I'm done, technically. I mean, over the time, once you publish, you can still go back in and change little things. Something that I noticed with my first book was that some of the words, I didn't catch that there were random spaces between them, or like little editing errors, or like maybe a word like had something wrong with it, like maybe one part of it was spelled wrong, even though I edited the whole thing and I had an editor go through the whole thing. I think that's just something that, like, sometimes when you have so much focus on something, you miss little things. And so going back in like once every month for the next like 3 months and just like rechecking everything, or randomly like going through the book itself to see what the vibes are, and yeah, just like check back in on it. So I'm gonna go through and edit some things now and finish some things, but guys, we did it. We're pretty much done. And then I just get to pick which day to click publish. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I think it will be very cool. It can take up to 72 hours for it to get published. Last time, my book published within seconds. I don't know how this one's gonna go. I don't really know. We'll just have to see. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Okay, the light is so crazy, but I have an update for you guys. So, don't mind my hair. I'm road tripping. I finished the book. I finished the book and I published the book. I did run into an issue. This light is like, I'm in the weirdest place ever for this light. I published. I ran into an issue when I was publishing, and for some reason it just kept giving me an error code. I couldn't figure out what it was for like 2 days straight, so I didn't publish on the exact day I wanted to publish, but it still published, so all's good. the issue, which I think if you're ever confused on Amazon and getting an error code and it's not telling you why, is to check your Bowker identification information. It has to be typed in exactly the same as your like stuff being typed into Amazon if you buy your ISBN instead of having Amazon provide an ISBN for you. So that's what the issue was. I fixed it. I got the book to publish. I posted, and that's going to be it for this video. So I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for being here and joining in on this journey. I also wanted to say, remember earlier in the video when I said that the thing that was holding me back from making a template was that I couldn't figure out the master number thing, and then we figured it out? Well, I'm sorry, I'm excited. I'm a little hyped up also on energy drinks. I made a template. I made a template that is sized by the same size that I did for my poetry book. So it is a poetry book template for InDesign. It is a 5x7 template. Basically, this video will teach you everything that you can do, right? But the template itself has everything put in for you to simply just like open the template and then start plugging things in and information like poems into a poetry book. So that is on my website. Down below you will be able to find the link to my website where you can get the poetry book template, as well as the other links that I will include for all the different sites of the like process. And I will also have down below the publication link for my book if you are interested in buying it. Remember, you need to be 18 or older. That is everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, especially if you watched this whole thing. I'm so excited to hear about what books you guys publish, and I will see you guys in the next video.